So, till now 46 students have been joined. So now I am starting my class. Am I audible to you all?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And is my screen is visible?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Yes,
No.
sir.
Okay. Okay.
Not yet.
Let me share my screen. Now it is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now,
Yes, sir.
so I am starting with like yesterday we have learned something about the algorithms, basics of the algorithms. We have started with the definition of the algorithm, and then uh, we have seen also the difference between the pseudocodes and the algorithms and a flowchart. We have learned the algorithms, what is actually an algorithm, what different kinds of the algorithms we are going to have in data structures, the notion of the algorithm we have learned, how actually it works with an example of sorting. Then we have ended up with the characteristics of an algorithm. Yes or no? So till that point, any doubt?
No, sir.
Anything you want to ask till that particular point? If anyone has any doubt, you can ask. And at the end, I have asked, I will start with the questions for that particular slide, characteristics of an algorithm. So can anybody tell me that what is the example of, or even first the meaning of unambiguous? Unambiguously. Let me select the person. Abhishek Singh, are you there?
Yes, sir.
So please tell us the meaning of unambiguity with respect to the algorithm.
Hello.
Hello.
Sir, it is used as a clear of like input or output clear.
Your voice is not clear.
Hello.
Hello, Abhishek, be loud.
Hello. Hello.
Now you are audible. Now tell us fast. Be
Sir, it is
fast.
used as like clear, like input and output clear.
Clear and input and clear input output. Someone else. Good efforts. Someone else. Aditya Jain. Aditya Jain is there.
Yes, sir.
So please tell us the meaning of unambiguity.
So it clear input and output of the system.
Unambiguity. I am talking about unambiguity, dear.
Sorry, sir.
Unambiguity. The first characteristics of the algorithm, that is definiteness or oblique ambiguity. Both have the same meaning.
Sir, it will be clear for writing and listening.
Okay. Okay. Can you give me some example of that? Unambiguity.
Me?
Can you give us some example of unambiguity or definiteness in terms of algorithms? It says that algorithm should be clear and unambiguous. Each of its steps and their input and output should be very clear. Must lead to some meaning. So what? How can you justify or how can you like you explain it with an example? I have told you all that you should have a specific example related to these characteristics. Yes or no? Anamika name. Anamika is there? No. Anamika is not there. Anyone else? Alok, can you tell us the example of unambiguity? I have already taken an example of this yesterday actually. Anyone else randomly, if anyone wants to like share.
Yes.
Chitransha.
Sir, your voice is not there. Sir, your voice is not
Okay.
clear.
Okay. Now is it clear?
Clear, sir.
Anjali, is it okay now?
Yes, sir. Voice is clear.
Okay. So
Yes, sir.
Chitransha
Yes.
is there? Chitransha is also not there.
Yes.
So example of ambiguity. Very bad. आप लोगों से पूछ रहा हूँ मैं, आप लोगों को क्लियर नहीं है तो प्लीज लेट मी नो. डू आई नीड टू एक्सप्लेन इट अगेन?
Sir, an ambiguity is a thing which is not clear.
Yes, very good. Then what is?
It should not produce a double meaning sense.
Very good. But now I am asking about a specific example, like say.
Sir, under
So, for example, if we want to find out a question,
हाँ बोलो.
question अगर हमें find out करना है, so then we अगर हमें question find out करना है किसी solution का, but if we use a modulus sign over there, then that's a sense of unambiguity.
Okay. धैर्य.
सर जैसे कि हमको कोई फॉर्मूला लगाना हो सर बाइनो, सर एक एग्जांपल मैं दे सकता हूँ.
हाँ बोलो. But you try to speak in English.
Sir, if we use for binomial explanation, no. Sir, like as a formula under root b square minus 4ac. It is very complicated for.
This could be an example. Good. Dhare, if you want to say something, if you want to add.
मेकिंग अ टी कैन बी एन एग्जांपल सर. उसके हर स्टेप्स को अगर हम एक टी बनाने के लिए यूज कर सकते हैं, अगर उसमें बीच में कोई और रेसिपी जोड़ देंगे तो सर प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी. तो सर ये भी अनएम्बिग्यूटी का ऐसा एग्जांपल हो सकता है सर.
हाँ, good. So unambiguity means there should not be two double meaning things. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Double meaning things should not be there in your algorithm. We should be very clear what we are writing in that step actually. Like बहुत से examples दिए good कि हम कोशिश करें कि जो भी लिख रहे हैं वो बिल्कुल clear हो. Only one meaning it should have. Okay. Now, can anyone give us the example of finiteness? Like I also can also take an example of unambiguity, like that is very good to your branch also. Suppose I am going to have a statement like A is equals to B by C. A is equals to B by C. Okay. So what happens now? What is actually there? We are going to divide B by C, and the result is going to be stored in A. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. ये तो sir. It is an example of finiteness. At certain point, this is the value is terminate. Process is terminate.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please, you can.
So your voice is fumbling in between. It's not clear.
Now is it clear?
Yes, sir.
I have removed my earphone now. Yes, sir. So now look at the screen. Suppose I have a statement that is C is equals to A by B. Screen is visible?
Yes, sir, visible.
Okay. Now what happens? Say in normal condition, it will work fine. If at some point say the value of B becomes 0. Suppose value of B becomes 0. Then what happens?
Infinite. Process is infinite.
C will not be defined.
C becomes infinite.
Will not be defined.
So compilation
C.
Infinite. This is not
Compilation
this
error.
is not an infinite. This is not an infinite loop. This is what the only value of C becomes infinite actually, which is not
Yes, sir.
not determined. C will not be determined actually, and in that case, the value of C will get not printed actually. Okay, so that is which is actually not clear right now. So ये particular statement will work until and unless B will not be 0. हो सकता है कि ये प्रोग्राम आपका चलता रहे 2 साल तक, लेकिन 2 साल बाद यूजर को कहीं ना कहीं ऐसा हुआ कि B 0 हो गया उसके डाटाबेस में, तो क्या होगा 2 साल बाद वो प्रॉब्लम में आ जाएगा और वो बहुत चिंता में आ जाएगा क्या हुआ ये एक्चुअली. ओके, तो आपका सिस्टम फेल हो गया वहां पर. सो ये क्लियर नहीं है, तो वी शुड बी वेरी क्लियर. सो अब हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा यहाँ पर, इफ b is equals to 0 तो क्या करना है, और एल्स यदि b 0 नहीं है तो क्या करना है. ओके, यू आर गेटिंग इट. दैट इज व्हाट द क्लियरनेस मींस. तो यहाँ पर b से डिवाइड नहीं होगा, यहाँ पर हमें कुछ और लिखना पड़ेगा, लाइक यू कैन राइट आउट की can't possible. Is it okay now? Now it is more clear before the previous statement. So now it is clear what is actually the ambiguity and what is the actual meaning of clear statements. Yes or no?
Yes, sir, clear.
है ना, like we need to be very specific, we need to be very clear. we need to be handle very like every situation in the programming language. That is what the meaning of this is actually. Okay, so now we are again coming on to the next thing, that is input. We have already explained. I am revising it. It should have at least it may have 0 input also, but all the inputs must be well defined. Okay, output at most at least one output must be there. It should also be well defined, and it must also be the desired output. Output तो कुछ भी हो सकता है, like 4 into 5 करना था लेकिन मैंने 4 plus 5 कर दिया, या vice versa. It should not be acceptable. So in the case of output, 2 particular properties should be there. It should be at least one output must be generated, well defined output must be generated, and it must meet the desired conditions, desired requirements. Okay, finiteness. Now the finiteness terms comes actually. Finiteness मतलब कि कहीं पर भी लूप जो है वो infinite नहीं होना चाहिए, या कहीं पर भी प्रोग्राम जो है वो finite infinite लूप में नहीं जाना चाहिए. Like suppose you are having a specific loop. आप सबने suppose ये loop लिखा है यहाँ पर. If I am writing over there for I is equals to 10, comma I is less than greater than or equals to less than or equals to 20, and I minus. So what happens now? Is it visible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Or I need to make it bigger?
Sir, the loop runs 10 times.
Visible, sir.
Visible है ना? So what happens for this particular statement? For I equals to 10, I is less than or equals to 20, I minus. So what happens now?
Sorry, infinite loop.
Infinite loop.
Whatever we are going to print in it, it will be printing for the infinite number of times. That is what the finiteness means. Is it clear to everyone now?
Yes, sir.
Good.
If I equals to I plus plus, then it is finite loop. Yes or no?
Yes, it will be finite. In the case of I plus plus, then it will be finite. Okay, because it will run for only 10 times. For 10 to 20, it will run 11 times actually. Okay. How many times this body will print now?
11.
11 times. Good.
11 times.
Good. So now
11 times.
Now the next one is effectiveness. Steps are sufficiently simple and basic. For example, Brij Kishore has taken that in the case of quadratic equation roots, we should try to be simple. So all the equations should be not to be in the specific sentence, so specific instruction. Like suppose here I am writing root r1 is equals to minus b plus minus sqrt b square minus 4ac, okay, divided by 2a. तो ये सारा यदि मैंने एक ही सेंटेंस में कर दिया तो ये प्रॉब्लमेटिक है. It is actually
ये कॉम्प्लिकेटेड हो गया.
it is not actually suggestible, है ना? This could be an example of efficient. So we need to be like clear also कि हम करना क्या चाहते हैं. तो हम इस केस में ऐसा कर सकते हैं कि हम b square minus 4ac पहले निकालें, then we will find out the square root of that, and then we will add it plus or subtract it from minus b, then divided by 2. No doubt it will take more number of steps, but it will be more effective or easy to understand for the other persons. Like what happens actually sometimes, this is simple an example. What happens sometimes कि जब आप प्रोग्राम बना रहे हैं, suppose you make a software for some company, but after after the completion of the job you have left the company, आपने कंपनी चेंज कर लिया, आपका प्रमोशन हो गया, आपकी सैलरी डबल हो गई, and you have switched, then आपकी जगह कोई और लेगा, उसको हर चीज समझ में आनी चाहिए कि what is actually going on. उस सॉफ्टवेयर को वो संभालेगा, आप नहीं संभालोगे. So it should be very effective, and it should be steps that we are using in the algorithm or the program. It should be simple or very basic. Okay. Then next one is feasible. It means that it should be feasible with respect to the available resources. मतलब जो specific requirements user ने दी हैं उसी पर dependency होनी चाहिए. हम बाकी कुछ सोचें, काम ना करें, अपनी तरफ से कुछ भी ऐड ना करें. जो resources available हैं उन्हीं को use करते हुए हमें program लिखना है. Last one is independent. It means it should be independent from any programming code. So that is what I have again like revised. Now any doubt you have? Now I have explained it with the example.
Sir, one doubt.
Example के साथ मैंने clear किया है. Now if you want to ask anything.
Sir. एक डाउट है सर.
बोलो फटाफट बोलो बेटा.
सर पीछे के पेज पर बैक करना सर. यस सर. फिजिबिलिटी रिसोर्स समझ में नहीं आया कुछ.
Feasibility means कि available resources, like suppose now you are making a software that is for actually calculate, मतलब for a shopkeeper से, shopkeeper के लिए बना रहे हो आप. उसने आपको बताया कि उसके पास जो सिस्टम है वो Windows 10 है, ओके, और उसके पास जो रैम है वो 4 GB है या 2 GB है, और उसके पास जो हार्ड डिस्क है वो ये कॉन्फ़िगरेशन है. So now if you are going to make a software for that particular shopkeeper only, so you need to be keep in your mind that the program or the software you are writing, it should be able to run on that specific resources. मतलब वो विंडोज पे चलने वाला होना चाहिए, वो 4 GB से ज्यादा स्पेस कहीं पर भी यूज ना करे, वो बहुत ज्यादा बल्कि ना हो ताकि रैम हैंग ना हो. In this way I am talking like this is what the meaning of the available resources actually.
Yes sir. Sir आपके कहने it means that software is software user की requirement के हिसाब से होना चाहिए सर.
यूजर की रिक्वायरमेंट और प्लस द कंपनी रिक्वायरमेंट्स आल्सो. कंपनी के पास भी जो रिसोर्सेज अवेलेबल हैं उन्हीं को यूज करके आप सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलप करें. ऐसा ना हो कि इस प्रोजेक्ट में आप कंपनी से डिमांड की नाउ आई नीड दिस स्पेसिफिक हार्डवेयर और द रिसोर्स दैट इज ऑफ लाइक सपोज 10 लाख ऑफ कॉस्टिंग. आप जो डेवलप करने वाले हैं उसमें 10 लाख की कॉस्टिंग और जुड़ने वाली है, तो कंपनी आपको बाहर निकाल देगी कि मैं इतना पैसा नहीं दे सकता हूं, मैं वही बंदा हायर कर रहा हूं जो मेरे पास अवेलेबल रिसोर्सेज हैं उसी से आपको काम करना है. और लेट अस सपोज से आई एम सेइंग कि आई डिमांड द कॉलेज की मुझे पूरा वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग वाला रूम दे दिया जाए और मुझे ऐसा लेक्चर लेना है जहां पर पिन ड्रॉप साइलेंस हो, ऐसा सब कुछ. तो वो अभी सिचुएशन में पॉसिबल नहीं है. ठीक है. सो अवेलेबल रिसोर्सेज जो मुझे अवेलेबल है, इंटरनेट स्पीड जो अवेलेबल है, जो डेस्कटॉप्स, जो लैपटॉप्स, जो सिस्टम्स अवेलेबल है, that I need to use and I need to deliver my lectures. So I need to mold myself also according to the available resources in the company and according to the requirements of the users. Both sides we need to see. Done?
Yes sir. जैसे कि कोई 4G मोबाइल के लिए किसी कंपनी ने 4G मोबाइल के लिए ऑपरेट करने के लिए वही ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम बनाएगा जो कि 4G मोबाइल से हैंडसेट में काम करे. 5G के अलग.
Done. Good. Okay. Now I am moving to the next slide, that is how to write an algorithm right now. Okay. So there are no well-defined standards for writing the algorithms. Rather, it is a problems and resource dependent. Okay, so programs could be, algorithms could be problem or the resources dependent. There is no well-defined structure or the standards that in this we need to, in this way we need to write the algorithm. Like if for every programming language we have a specific structure, like C के लिए एक specific structure है, C++ के लिए specific structure है, but right now for the algorithms we are not having any kind of specific structure. Algorithms are never returned to support a particular programming language or the code. That is what I am repeating again and again because it is very important. As we know that all the programming languages share the basic code structure like loops, flow controls, then these common structures can be used to write an algorithm. Okay, so we can use for loop, while loop, for keyword, while keywords, if or else structures for writing an algorithm also. Finally, the algorithm writing is the process and is executed after the problem domain is well defined. First of all, you need to be very specific with the problem domain. Whatever you need to write, you need to be specific about that, and that is, we should know the problem domain for which we are designing the solution. Now, some algorithms examples. Okay, with the help of that example, I want to convey some specific point also with regards to writing an algorithm. So you just see that designing an algorithm, you need to design an algorithm to add two numbers and display the results. Okay, this is what the algorithm is. So start, then declare three integers a, b and c, define the values of a and b, add the values of a and b, store the output of the step number 4 to c, then finally print c and then stop. So that is very easy example I have taken over there so that everyone will be able to understand it properly. Okay, now the conventions that we should follow while we are writing the algorithms. Although I have stated that there is no specific structure of writing an algorithm, but still we need to follow some rules that makes the algorithm looks better. Okay, so first is we need to write the step numbers for the steps we are using in the algorithm. Like in this, I have used step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, and so on. The first rule is clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so for every step in the algorithm, you should use the step keyword, or in short, you can also write that S1, S2, S3. Somehow you need to be identifying the steps what we are going to follow and in which order it needs to be followed. Okay. Then second rule is it must start with the start, begin keyword. You can also use the keyword that is begin over there. आप begin keyword भी यहाँ पर use कर सकते हो. Okay, so start begin. That shows us कि this is actually a starting of my algorithm. Is it okay? Similarly, stop, end. Stop end. So that shows the algorithm ends. Is it clear? So these first, this will always be the first statement, and this will always be the last statement of the algorithm. In between these two, I will write some steps that I need to follow. Okay, is it okay? Then next one is declare keyword. You are here to able to see what is the meaning of the declare keyword. Declare keyword is used to, this is used to declare or initiate the variables we are going to use in our algorithm. Like in C programs, हम हमेशा पहले declare करते हैं ना, ऐसे integer a, b, c, ऐसे लिखते हैं हम लोग. So what does it mean actually? The three variables I am going to declare, and the type of that variables are integer. We are going to tell the compiler that three different variables we are going to use, and the values, name of that variables are a, b, and c. So declare keyword in algorithm will be used for the such kind of activity. Okay, is it okay? So whatever we are going to use in our program or algorithm, the variables we are going to use, that we should declare them first. So at the starting, we are going to declare the variables in this form. So now again, the integer is not required, not compulsorily over there. You can write directly declare a, b, c also. So this three integers जो मैंने यहाँ लिखे हैं ये आप इसको रिमूव भी कर सकते हो, जरूरी नहीं कि एज इट इज लिखा जाए. तो डिक्लेयर एबीसी इज ऑल्सो सफिशिएंट. दिस इज ओके. देन define keyword is used to initiate the values. Like you can also see over there that define the values of A and B. It means that I am going to now define the specific values of A and B, like A is equals to 5 and B is equals to 10, suppose. So now I am initiating the value of A and the B variables that we have already declared. So before defining, the declared keyword must be used. Okay. Then I am using add the values of A and B. So this is what the meaning of we are going to add A plus B. We are going to do what? A plus B over there. Is it okay? Now here what I am going to do? A is 5, comma B is equals to 10. Say, यहाँ पर मैं ये करने वाला हूँ. Done? यहाँ तक कोई डाउट है?
No sir.
Then store the output of this is in the variable C. So that is C is equals to, say, A equals to B, A plus B. Then finally print C. So print keyword can be used to display the output. Print keyword can be used to display the output. Or on the same end, you can also use the word read instead of define. Read means we are
value को इनपुट करना,
इनपुट वैल्यू लेनी है.
Is it okay now?
Yes sir, okay.
So ये कुछ keywords हैं that we can use in our algorithm writing. I am explaining it again. Start and begin, which is there at the very first statement, which shows the starting of the algorithm. Stop and end, which will be at the end of the algorithm, which shows the now algorithm ends. Declare keyword will be used to declare the variables we are going to use in the algorithm. How many variables we are going to use, it depends upon the problem. Okay. Now define or the read keyword will be used to read the values or take the values as an input for the various variables we have declared above. Print or the write keyword will be used to
show the output.
Okay. And then finally stop and end we have already used. Instead of that, we can also use for, if else, we can also use while and other keywords that are actually that are actually common to various programming languages. Okay. For loop भी आप use कर सकते हैं, if else keywords भी use कर सकते हैं. Likewise, you can use, instead of writing the English statement, we can also use the for, if else, while keywords. Okay. जैसे यदि मैं इसको लिखूं for को यदि मैं लिखना चाहूं तो क्या होगा? यदि मैं for कीवर्ड यूज नहीं कर रहा हूं, डायरेक्टली लिख रहा हूं, तो मैं लिखता हूं repeat step 3 to step 5 or 4 in steps of 1 do. Just concentrate on that. Instead of for, that particular statement can be used in the writing of algorithms. What does it mean actually? Repeat the step 3 to step 5. Now it is the use of writing the step numbers. You are getting it? So if I have not mentioned S3, S5, तो मैं कैसे लिखूंगा ये कि कहां से कहां तक मुझे रिपीट करना है? Okay. So that is what the use of writing this step number 1, 2, 3, 4. So repeat step 3 to step 5 in the steps of 1 do. It means कि I am incrementing the value of the variable by 1. Yes or no?
Yes sir.
यदि मैं -1 लिख रहा हूं तो इसका क्या मतलब है? Yes. Anyone else?
Decrementation, sir.
Decrementation. Very good. Gautam says that it is decrementing the values. So like मैं अभी हमने example use किया था I minus minus. So that is what the meaning of I minus minus. Okay. Like suppose I am now writing in steps of -2 do is then it means
decrement 2 step पीछे जा रहा है.
That is actually equivalent to I is equals to I minus 2. That's it.
Yes sir. Decremented by the factor of
-2 मतलब we are decrementing the value of this. And what is the meaning of do actually? Do is means कि the following steps of S3, S4 and S5 needs to be executed. Do मतलब that is the body of your loop. So ये कुछ इस तरीके से होगा यहाँ पर. Okay? Is it clear now? So that is
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That are the very basic conventions that we need to follow while we are writing the algorithms. Okay? And last but not least, the indentation. Indentation. Can anybody explain me the meaning of indentation?
Yes,
proper
sir.
way of presenting, sir.
Indentation is basically
How the code is being written, it should be easy to understand, sir.
Like in that case, I have indented my code intentionally. This is what the indentation means. Indenting मतलब कि proper tabbing. है ना? Like अभी आपको समझ में आ रहा होगा कि repeat के बाद ये 3 स्टेप for loop में automatically आने वाले हैं. Done. It will be a body of that. Or like suppose if I will go to my example over there, यहाँ पर मैंने लिखा था if b is equals to 0, and I am giving tab print, or in simple word if I will say exit, or else यहाँ पर वो रखी ना कोडिंग इसकी प्रॉब्लम आ रही है. Else c is equals to b divided by a और a divided by b. तो पहले तो मैं इसको यहाँ से हटा देता हूँ. अभी होगा. That is what the meaning of this. That is what the indentation means.
सर ये तो पाइथन में बहुत यूज होता है स्पेस और टैब इंडेंटेशन डी इंडेंटेशन.
Yes, is it now clear what is indentation?
Yes, sir.
The one way is writing
Yes,
like this. एक तरीका ये कि आप इस तरीके से लिखिए सारा कोड एक ही लाइन में इंडेंट हो पूरा. तो अब यहाँ पर ये भी सही है. That is, there is no problem writing this, but it will not look good. But if I use the proper indentation, then it will look more better. It will show me that how the indentation should be there. So I suggest कि आप जब भी प्रोग्रामिंग करें तो you should always follow the indentation rules. Okay? And
सर इससे प्रोग्राम समझने में भी दिक्कत नहीं आएगी. Problem face नहीं होगी.
In algorithm, we should also follow the indentation rule also. Okay? If possible. So that is what the like some conventions that we should use during the algorithm writing. Done?
Sir?
Yes.
Sir, can you explain this part again? Repeat steps 3 to step 5.
Do you want to repeat me about the indentation, or do you want to repeat me the meaning of for loop?
Meaning of for loop.
Meaning of for loop or meaning of indentation? First, let it clear.
Sir, meaning of indentation is clear. Meaning of for loop.
Okay, no issue. So, like for loop, like generally what we are writing is we write likewise for. मैंने अभी एग्जांपल लिया भी था for I less than this, I less than 10, comma I plus plus. Okay, so this is what the general for loop is. But in the case of algorithm, we can use this kind of simple language for being understanding for the other persons also. Instead of using the general for, if else, while keywords of the programming languages, we should use these kind of statements. Now, what is actually how we can relate it with the repeat word? Repeat the step number 3 to step number 5 in steps of. Here I should write +1, all simple 1, because above I am writing I++. So instead of I++, I am writing 1. So these many steps, it means this is the body of for loop. Step number 3, step number 4 and step number 5 are the body of for loop. So let us say that यहाँ पर हम लिख रहे हैं, that is what S1, S2 and S3. Suppose मैं ऐसा कुछ लिखने वाला हूँ यहाँ पर, okay? So these are the body of my for loop. So this is corresponding to these 3 statements, step 3, step 4 and step 5. So this represents the body of your for loop. and this says that the like incremental part, how we need to increment or decrement. Okay, before that I need to specify the variable I am going to use. So I need to specify I equals to 0. Okay, in steps of 1 do I equals to 0, repeat this steps in steps of 1 do. Okay, now it is clear. A question, I am expecting a question from your side right now.
Yes, sir. Now it is clear.
Who has asked me the question?
Sir, that means कि if we'll relate your example with the for loop, so here S3, S4 and S5 will correspond to S1, S2 and S3.
Yes. Obviously, sorry. I have written by mistake S3, S4 and S5. Okay. So this is what the body means. Actually, the body, you can say in simple, the language or the statements I need to write over there, that is the body part. Okay, of the for loop. For loop में body होती है ना, body it means कि whatever I am going to repeat based on the specific conditions.
Okay, that means कि repeat the body part in steps of 1 do with the increment of 1.
Yes. With the increment of 1. That's simple. And here I am mentioning that how many, like what steps we need to repeat in specific. Like in this case, step number 3, 4, 5, I am going to repeat. So step number 3, 4, 5 will become the body.
Okay, sir.
Done. Anyone else wants to have any doubt?
सर एक बार रिपीट कर दीजिए प्लीज
इसी चीज को बेटा
सर एक बार इंडेंटेशन बता दीजिए।
इंडेंटेशन को या लूपिंग को?
सर इंडेंटेशन और लूपिंग एक बार सर रिपीट कर दीजिए।
Indentation, I have explained what does indentation means. Indentation is like that is what I have intended. One way to write the code is this, like here all the statements are starting in a same point. You are not able to differentiate that which is actually the part of if statement. Like suppose I am writing over there S1 comma S2, step 1, step 2, and then this. So now how you will be able to understand that S1 and S2 are the part of if loop, if condition. Okay, so for better clearance, I should indent. Now I am indenting them actually. That is what the indentation means. Okay, now same for that. So now I can easily say, or someone else can easily understand that S1 and S2 are the part of if, and C is the part of else. That is what the indentation means. Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everyone. Okay. So आप खुद कंपेयर करो, जो मैंने पहले लिखा था ये अच्छा है या ये ज्यादा जो हम अभी पढ़ रहे थे वो ज्यादा अच्छा है. Like for like understanding point of view, say you are a non-technical student. Now which one looks better and which one gives more understanding to the person?
सर ये वाला अच्छा है क्योंकि इसमें
someone has taken example of Python and some more programming tool. Okay, if you will learn if you will work on Python, you will automatically be like that platform or actually automatically use the indentation. और आप यदि indentation नहीं करोगे तो वो syntax ही गलत बता देगा. यदि किसी ने Python में programming करी हुई है तो if you will use
yes sir tabs और space का यूज ना करके
बाद यदि आप indentation नहीं दोगे तो वो गलत बता देगा आपका, वो error देगा कोड में.
Yes sir, compilation
so
error.
Tools have come already in which the indentation is must. You cannot write a program without indentation. So why should not we start from the very basic? If we are starting our journey of the coding, so we should start from the very first point. In C language, you should be able to write a program in indented form. I always used to write the program on board in the indentation also. जब मैं program लिखता हूँ board पे बच्चों को explain करता हूँ तो भी मैं indented form ही use करता हूँ. Okay, so we should be in this like practice now, right now. तो आप सब भी जब भी प्रोग्राम लिखेंगे एल्गोरिथम के लिखेंगे तो भी एक इंडेंट फॉलो करेंगे. ओके, नाउ आई थिंक इट इज क्लियर टू ऑल व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन. So for loop is clear. For loop again, anybody wants to ask anything? So this is simply replacing our technical language into simple English language. We can say likewise. This is a technical, how we can writing a for loop technically, and this is what how we can write it for loop non-technically or a simple English human understandable language. Done? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good. So now, it's a मैंने लिख दिया. Now, again, I am going. My next slide is algorithm tells the program how to code the program. Alternatively, the algorithms. Okay. So initially, what I have asked you to write an algorithm to add two numbers and display the result. And इसका हमने ये वाला पार्ट निकाला. ऐसा आपने लिख के दिखाया सबको. Algorithm. Okay. ये हमने देखा. Now again, this is another way to write an algorithm. Right? Not we can say another way to write an algorithm. This is another way to implement the problem. आपको problem दी गई है कि you need to add two numbers. So initially you have write the program or the algorithm in 7 steps. Start, declaring, defining, add, store, print, stop. Now I am doing the same task in 5 or 6 steps. That's it. So step number 1 says that start. Step number 2 says that get values of a and b or read the values of a and b. Step number C says that C is equals to a plus b and finally display and then stop. तो किसी एक स्टूडेंट ने प्रोग्राम या एल्गोरिथम ऐसे लिखा है और किसी दूसरे स्टूडेंट ने प्रोग्राम ऐसे लिखा है, but both are correct. And what I want to tell with the help of this particular two different outputs of the same program, that a program can have many solutions. We can like have a problem and problem solutions could be many. Now suppose यदि मैं आपसे अभी बोलता कि आप लोग इस प्रॉब्लम को लिखो, write an algorithm, write two numbers. Now I am having 55 students in my class, so definitely I am sure that I will get at least 10 to 15 version of the algorithm. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. एक प्रोग्राम को कई तरीकों से लिखा सकता है.
हाँ, बिल्कुल. और भी तरीके हो सकते हैं, क्योंकि अब आप जैसे धीरे-धीरे एल्गोरिथम लिखना शुरू करेंगे, तो you will get to know that how you can write an algorithm and how the logic can be implemented. So what I want to conclude is we can design an algorithm to get a solution of a given problem, and the problem can be solved in more than one ways. Hence, many solution algorithms can be derived for the given problem. So now what? यदि हमारे पास मल्टीपल सॉल्यूशन है, so इसमें से बेस्ट कौन सा होगा?
जो सबसे शॉर्ट होगा.
जो सर सबसे छोटा होगा.
कोई कहता है कि जो सबसे शॉर्ट होगा.
So user friendly.
So one criteria could be like if I am writing whatever you are saying is there, short, SHORT, short program. Someone says user friendly or
सर जिससे कंपाइल टाइम, सर जिसका कंपाइल टाइम कम होगा.
वेरी गुड. कंपाइल टाइम
इफेक्टिव लीस्ट रिसोर्स यूज करे जो.
सर जब प्रोग्राम शॉर्ट होगा तो कंपाइल टाइम भी कम लगेगा.
रिसोर्सेज गुड, वेरी गुड. लेस रिसोर्सेज
फाइनाइट होगा सर.
सर जो सारी प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेजेस के लिए सेम हो, मतलब डिफर ना करे अलग-अलग.
यूनिवर्सल हो सर. यूनिवर्सल यानी सभी सिस्टम पर रन कर सके.
हाँ, that is what the platform independent means.
Yes sir.
Platform independent same मतलब है इसका. Yes or no?
Yes sir.
Yes sir.
Yes sir.
So there are the some ways, or we can say some parameters. Parameters is the right way. Parameters on which we can find the effective algorithm or the best algorithms among all the possible algorithms. Is it okay now?
Yes sir.
ऐसे बहुत सारे points हैं. There may be some points that we are not like getting right now, but we will be able to discuss at the specific point in our coming we can say semester. So like we can take an example of again searching and sorting. So searching, there are two types of searching. Which one is better? I don't know. Okay. Sorting, there are many sortings. Which should I use at a specific time? I don't know. So that could be the parameters through which we can identify that which algorithms I need to use at this specific time. There are many more parameters also. Now I need to add over there input ones, or output could also be there. So these are again the two important parameters on which the algorithm selection based. हो सकता है कि कोई एल्गोरिथम केवल इंटीजर के लिए वर्क कर रही हो सकता है कि कोई एल्गोरिथम्स कैरेक्टर्स के लिए वर्क कर रही हो, और हो सकता है कि कोई एल्गोरिथम्स दोनों के लिए वर्क कर रही हो. ओके, सेम मुझे आउटपुट कैसे चाहिए? आई नीड आउटपुट इन असेंडिंग ऑर्डर और आई नीड आउटपुट इन डिसेंडिंग ऑर्डर. इट आल्सो डिपेंड्स. ओके, I need algorithms that sorts the data in ascending or descending. So it is output based algorithms. Okay, so there are many more other parameters also that may be there in order to best choose the best algorithms among the available solutions. Okay, now that is what we need to find next. That is algorithm analysis. So we need to be able to analyze the available algorithms so that we will be able to find the best one. Is it okay now?
Sir.
हाँ जी बोलो बेटा.
Sir, what type of problems we practice for the algorithms? Like, what are the problems?
No, I am not getting you. Please be clear.
Sir, like we are solving different kind of problem in the C language, like simple like sorting and making a list. This type of a problem we are solving, but for the algorithm we have to solve the same problems.
No, बच्चे, what is like? I think you are attending my class for the first time.
No sir, on the regular basis.
Okay. So what is your name? Could I interpret it?
Sir, Ariman sir.
Ariman, yes, Ariman was present. So Ariman, actually we are going to learn the algorithms of different problems now.
Okay sir.
Yeah, we are going to learn that how we can write an algorithms for the different problems, and that problems could be now specifically in this paper we are going to learn we are going to handle the problems related to the data structures. So specific data structures we are going to learn. I will come on to the point also which kind of the algorithms we will write. Like in my slide, I also explained yesterday like different kinds of algorithms. यहाँ आपने भी देखा हो तो this slide.
Yes sir.
है ना? So we will be able to now write the algorithms for searching, sorting, insertion, deletion, updation, merging, and many more. Like
sir, I am asking like real-time problems is converted into the algorithm, sir.
Obviously, we will have some problems in our syllabus. Like you can relate it with shortest path problem. Suppose you need to go from Delhi to Jaipur. So what could be the shortest path? There are multiple paths available. So which path is the shortest? So we are going to write an algorithm for that also.
Okay, sir.
Okay, like suppose you are going to evaluate an expression which includes the brackets. You all knows what is the BODMAS rule?
Yes, sir.
So that also we are going to write an algorithm to solve the expression, arithmetic expression actually. So how it will be solved, how the brackets will going to be solved, we will learn. We will be able to write an algorithm also for that.
Okay, sir.
These are, I have dictated some problems. We are having an application of each data structure in which we will learn that how we can write an algorithm for a real life problems. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Anything anybody wants to ask now? So our next point will be the analysis of algorithm. Okay. So in if for a specific problem we are having a multiple solutions, then which one is better, how it can be identified? For that we need to find out we need to analyze the algorithms available. Efficiency of an algorithm can be analyzed for identifying the various algorithms available and best one out of the available algorithms. So अब हम जो पढ़ने वाले हैं वो ये हमारा next topic होगा, algorithm analysis and complexity will be our next topic. Is it okay now?
Yes, sir. It is okay.
So now let me go for the attendance. Chestha. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
This is best 3. Sorry. Achal.
Present, sir.
Arya. Astha. Abhishek. Abhay. Abhishek Parashar.
Present, sir.
Abhishek Singh.
Present, sir.
Aditi Agarwal.
Present, sir.
Aditi Bansal.
Present, sir.
Aditya Gautam.
Present, sir.
Aditya Ji.
Present, sir.
Ajay Kumar.
Yes, sir.
Ajay Kumar.
Yes, sir.
Ajay Sharma.
Yes, sir.
Akhilesh Kumar. I request you to not leave the class. After attendance, I will discuss something. So be there in the class for next 5 minutes also. Akhilesh Kumar. Akshay Sharma. Akshit.
Present, sir.
Alankrita.
Present, sir.
Alok Garg. Aman.
Present, sir.
Aman Arora.
Yes, sir.
Aman Kothari.
Yes, sir.
Aman Parekh.
Present, sir.
Aman Singh. Anirudh.
Present, sir.
Amit Jagir. Amit Kumar. Amit Sharma. Anamika. Ankit Khandelwal.
Present, sir.
Anmol.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Anshul.
Present, sir.
Anshul Raghav.
Present, sir.
Anupreksha Jain.
Present, sir.
Anurag Singh. Archie.
Present, sir.
Aryaman.
Archie present, sir.
Present, sir. Present,
Aryan
sir.
Sharma. Aryan Sharma. Aryan Singh.
Present, sir.
Atikshay.
Present, sir.
Ayushi.
Yes, sir.
Bhavishya Jain. Brajesh. Brij Kishore.
Present, sir.
Chanchal.
Present, sir.
First class.
Present, sir.
Chandresh.
Present, sir.
Chesha.
Present, sir.
Chetan.
Present, sir.
Chirag.
Present, sir.
Chitransha. Harsh.
Present, sir.
Daksh first class.
No, sir. Second.
Darshita. Devang.
Yes, sir.
Dhairya.
Present, sir.
Devansh Dubey. Dikshant Sharma.
Present, sir.
Dipesh Kala.
Present, sir.
Present, sir.
Divyanjali.
Divyanjali.
Diya. Divyansh Gupta. Diya Goyal.
Present, sir.
Dushyant.
Present, sir.
Garima Bajaj.
Present, sir.
Gaurav Verma.
Present, sir.
Gautam
Present,
Sharma.
sir. Present, sir.
Hardik.
Present, sir.
Harleen Kaur. Harsh.
Present, sir.
Harsh Kumar.
Present, sir.
Okay. Now, like I have asked you to be in the meeting because I want to actually take a feedback. Now we have completed with the 3 lectures. So I asked you people that are you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any problem you are getting or anything you want to like ask me that sir this is like that is what you are using, it is not to get, we are not getting through that particular way, you should change the way of delivering or the change of like so anything you want to suggest me so that I can improve if I am lagging somewhere.
सर एक प्रॉब्लम आ जाती है सर, सर कभी कभी पोर्टमा आईडी से सर लॉगिन नहीं हो पाता।
I am not talking about this right now. I am not talking about this right now. I am talking about the feedback of the lectures. We will come on to the point later on. Okay. So if you want to suggest anything to improve so that you will get better, this is actually all about you. If I am delivering and you are not able to understand properly whatever I want to convey, if it is not like delivered to you properly, so ये मेरा 1 hour waste करने का कोई मतलब नहीं है। 1 hour की जगह I am wasting actually 60 minutes, 60 hours, 60 people's के हम 60 hours waste कर रहे हैं। So that is what I am asking कि if you want to suggest anything.
Sir, if
सर जो PPT सर
we
आप
have
दिखाते हैं,
PPT,
सर,
then I
share-
better understand, sir.
चंचल एक बार वापस बोलो बेटा।
If we have PPT, sir, then I better understand, sir.
You will get the PPT definitely. Yesterday I have told कि as soon as I will get like complete the slides, then I will share it. Okay, what I will do is I will break the PPT into 2 parts, and the portion I have covered I will share with you. Okay? Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
So that till that point I have covered, I will break it and I will mail you today. Anything else you want to ask or suggest? So it means कि I am understand getting it कि the way I am delivering is approaching you or you are able to get it properly.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है। कंटेंट वाइज कोई प्रॉब्लम हो आपको? कंटेंट इज ओके? पीपीटी आपको पीपीटी क्लियर होती है आपको? पीपीटी में जो भी लिखा हुआ है वो समझ में आता है आपको?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now coming on to my language, is the language is okay? What the medium I am using, English medium I am using, somehow
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very, very okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
उस टाइम पर मैं हिंदी भी यूज कर लेता हूँ कभी कभी, तो but like what is I am delivering in language way, is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Okay.
So it is okay from my side?
Yes,
You
sir.
want to ask-
Yes, sir. हमारी साइड से भी ओके सर।
तो आप पूछ रहा है like this Kishore was asking about the Purnima ID. Some students are getting problem for Purnima ID.
Yes, sir. बहुत ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम हो रही है सर।
So you need to ask your tutor. Okay, you just convey the things to your tutor that I am getting a problem in this. Please make sure by the end of this week you will be ready with your Purnima ID, because I am again repeating कि from next week onwards we are going to change the platform most probably. So in that case you will not be able to attend the classes if you are not having your Purnima ID, because we are making your login and IDs using your Purnima ID only. तो हम उसको लॉगिन आईडी आपको प्रोवाइड करेंगे, तो उस लॉगिन आईडी से ही आप उसको अपने उस प्लेटफॉर्म पर ऐड हो पाओगे। ओके, सो आस्क योर ट्यूटर आल्सो। तो आई एम गोइंग टू टॉक विद द नेटवर्क एडमिन आल्सो। तो जो भी इश्यूज होंगे वो हम रिजॉल्व करने की कोशिश करेंगे आपका एज सून एज पॉसिबल, बट बी इन टच विद योर ट्यूटर फॉर दैट।
सर आपने पीपीटी के लिए क्या कहा था? वो पीपीटी आप एंड टू एंड शेयर कर दोगे या फिर पार्ट्स में?
नहीं, मैंने क्या बोला बच्चे अभी कि मैंने जितनी पीपीटी आपको पढ़ा दी है, मैं उस पार्ट को सेपरेट करके वो पीपीटी आपसे शेयर कर दूंगा आज।
अच्छा ठीक है सर।
ओके
सर, जो जैसे कल भी पढ़ाओगे उसकी भी शेयर कर देना, कभी नेटवर्क इशू के कारण पीपीटी विजिबल नहीं।
हाँ, इन दैट आई हैव सम इश्यूज। यदि मैं आपको नोट्स ही दे दूंगा तो फिर मेरी जरूरत क्या पड़ेगी आपको?
नहीं सर, आप पढ़ाओगे भी तो सही।
सर पढ़ाने
अगर समझ
तो आप ही सर
समझाओगे तो आप ही ना सर, समझाओगे तो आप ही ना।
हाँ
सर
तो
पढ़ाने से 10 मिनट पहले
सर जैसा कि कहा जाता है कि चाहे तो घर पर भी बैठ के पढ़ सकते हैं, लेकिन स्कूल के बगैर तो काम ही नहीं चलता पहले।
ठीक है, कुछ स्टूडेंट के लिए एप्लीकेबल है लेकिन पूरी क्लास के लिए एप्लीकेबल नहीं है बेटा। ऑल द 5 फिंगर्स आर नॉट सेम, हर तरह के स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं। सो डोंट वरी, आई विल शेयर as soon as I cover the syllabus parts, I will share that particular part only.
या फिर सर जैसे जो आप पढ़ाने जा रहे हो उसके 5-1 मिनट पहले पीपीटी शेयर कर दो। कभी कभार वही सर नेटवर्क इशू के कारण प्रॉब्लम आ जाती है।
ओके, सो आप पीपीटी नहीं देख पा रहे हो ऐसा?
हाँ सर, जैसे कभी अपने आप डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाता है, कभी पीपीटी विजिबल नहीं हो पाती।
जिससे नेटवर्क इशू
नेटवर्क इशू आ जाता है।
हाँ, नेटवर्क इशू तो होगा ही, ऑब्वियसली बात है। तो नो इशू, आई विल शेयर इट बिफोर सम टाइम।
ओके
सर।
हाँ बोलो बेटा।
सर पूर्णिमा आईडी से कनेक्ट नहीं हो पाती, एक बार कनेक्ट हो जाती है डिस्कनेक्ट होता है, फिर कनेक्ट नहीं हो पाती, इसलिए सर फर्स्ट क्लास है मेरा सर।
इसका सबसे बड़ा जो इशू है जो दैट आई हैव फाउंड इज कि योर मोबाइल इज नॉट सिंक्रोनाइज्ड विद द पूर्णिमा आईडी। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल सिंक्रोनाइज योर मोबाइल विद द पूर्णिमा आईडीज। For that you may have to install the device policies also. आप device policies की भी हेल्प लें। ओके, आपका जब तक मोबाइल सिंक्रोनाइज नहीं होगा, दूसरा यदि आपके दूसरा आईडी से सिंक्रोनाइज है मोबाइल, तो प्रॉब्लम आती रहेगी आपको। तो प्राइमरी आईडी आप पूर्णिमा आईडी बनाएं, अपने दूसरे आईडी को आप अपना सेकेंडरी आईडी बनाएं।
सर कर दिया मैंने सॉल्व सर, अभी मैं पूर्णिमा आईडी से ज्वाइन हूँ।
हाँ,
सर फर्स्ट टाइम ज्वाइन हो जाते हैं, अगर डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाता है तो फिर से पूर्णिमा आईडी से ज्वाइन नहीं हो पाते हैं।
आप एक बार बेटा डिवाइस पॉलिसीज की हेल्प लो। डिवाइस पॉलिसी एक ऐप है, उसको इंस्टॉल करके आप कुछ कर सकते हो। मतलब अब दूर बैठे बैठे तो मैं ये समझा सकता हूँ आपको। और
तो मैंने कल डिवाइस पॉलिसी से करके देखा था, उसमें भी मेरे प्रॉब्लम आ रही थी।
तो ये मोबाइल स्पेसिफिक भी हो सकता है बच्चे। कई बार ऐसा होता है कि मोबाइल पे आपका आईडी वर्क कर रहा होता है और आपका लैपटॉप पे आईडी वर्क नहीं कर रहा होता है, और वाइस वर्सा। ठीक है, तो आप अब चेक करना अपना आईडी का, आपका आईडी लैपटॉप पे वर्क कर रहा है क्या?
सर अभी लैपटॉप नहीं है
सर। एक इसका मेरे को सॉल्यूशन मिल गया।